Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Top 9 Podcast. My name's Tom Cassidy. It's an Adele's episode. She drank too much, apparently, and she's not feeling too well. So we hope you feel better, hun, and you're on thin ice. I'll tell you that much. Tighten it up.
Was she like, yeah, tell everybody I drank too much, please?
She usually is pretty open.
Okay, yeah,
I
I respect that.
Yeah, you know. Our special guest today is comedian Krystyna Hutchinson.
Hello.
Thank you for being here today,
My
Krystyna.
pleasure.
So we were talking before we started recording. Adele's in her 30s, and it's harder to drink when you're in your 30s, right?
Yes, it is. I don't drink as much now, but because I don't want to because it hurts.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's still fun to do. I'll never
Mhm.
not drink. Luckily, I'm like my stomach hurts too much to be an alcoholic. Like I couldn't if I tried.
Yeah.
So that's a nice little block that I get. But yeah, I like drinking. It just really takes a toll on you.
Absolutely. How old were you when you started stand-up?
Drinking. I thought you were gonna say. I was 23.
23.
Yeah.
So from all right, 21 to 23, what were your weekends looking like? Were you just getting drunk? Because that's what I was doing.
I was Tuesday through Sunday.
Tuesday through Sunday?
Yeah, I went to
Took
Penn
off
State.
Monday? Oh, wow.
I went to Penn State for my first year of college, and I learned the work hard, play hard. It was before the pedophile stuff. I mean, that was still happening, but we didn't know about it yet. So it was like everyone was blissfully.
That was in the heat of it.
Well, yeah, exactly. But we were having a great time, drinking, getting tanked, and now I feel like I know why everyone was getting so drunk there and getting molested.
Yeah.
We partied a lot, and then we studied hard on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah. No, I was just actually at a Penn State wedding this weekend in Sea Isle, New Jersey.
Oh.
Well, they both went to Penn State.
Got it.
So it was that kind of vibe. But they're like
Filled with
cool,
alum.
nice people. Hey, congrats, Kyle and Jules.
Congrats, Kyle and Jules.
We're all pulling for you. Yeah, because I just remember I started comedy like directly after college, but like it kind of like helped me stop drinking like a little bit when I started getting serious about comedy or like trying to. I mean, but I would still get really fucked up.
Yeah, I was so nervous that I drank to crush the nerves, and I wasn't realizing I was dealing with a lot of stuff.
No,
but
yeah.
I was very much like I'm okay, and I wasn't.
You completely called me on my bullshit there, because yes, I would get drunk almost every time I performed because I was nervous.
That was easy. Yeah, it's terrifying.
I remember like when I first moved here too, like just to like I would go like hang up at Stand Up New York. And I would like get drunk before I would go there just because I was nervous to hang out there.
Yeah. Oh, I was very nervous to hang out because I didn't realize this until the pandemic. But I don't like being around a lot of people.
Yeah.
I didn't think that was the case.
I know. I asked that to a previous guest of like, do you think you're a people person? Because to a certain extent, you have to be.
I like people.
You're in a people business.
Yeah. I just hanging at a comedy club.
I know.
I don't like it as much as I tricked myself into thinking I did.
Well, you just felt like you had to do it because
Like
you do kind of have to do it.
You do, and sometimes it's really, really fun. But when I was starting out, it was terrifying.
Yeah, especially like when you're new and like people are like, "What are you even doing here?" Kind of. There's like that vibe.
And when you're a girl and you're starting out and you're in your 20s, there's a lot of being booked on really good shows prematurely before you're really good, and you say yes because you don't want to turn down the opportunity. But then you bomb and you're like, oh man. You're up against that of like, I'm just gonna get this over with and just eat shit.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah,
that's for sure. Okay, so what's your top 9 today?
Okay, shocking, surprising moments of my 20s. I was thinking about this because I originally told you I was gonna do kids' foods that I eat as an adult. But I thought of something way better.
Yeah, no, this is great.
This is way more juicy. My God.
You know what? Just rail off the top 9 things that you ate as a kid that you like as an adult that you ate as a kid.
Turkey Lunchables.
Okay.
Kraft mac and cheese. Both of the flavors of the Uncrustables, both grape jellies.
For sure.
And separately with a spoon, the peanut butter and the jelly in the same container.
Nice.
Pop-Tarts, toaster strudels, Eggo's chocolate chip waffles. I mean, I probably listed like 20.
I feel like we're at like 7 right now.
Oh, okay. Are we? Grilled cheese.
I was actually really impressed that you just rattled it off.
Oh, I have the appetite of a child, of a little boy. Grilled cheese and, those Kraft. I mean, I guess this could be the same thing, but I ate them separately and still do. Those Kraft slices that are like fake.
For sure.
Yeah.
You didn't put paleo shrink cheese on there.
No, because I feel like that's healthier.
Fair enough.
Than all this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to fruit roll-ups.
Oh, God, and Gushers. Honorable mention.
You know what I didn't like?
Dunkaroos.
I never liked Dunkaroos. I
They
never
made
liked
them- I don't like the new ones.
dip. Okay.
It used to be good. It used to legit taste like cake frosting.
Yeah, I just wasn't a cake guy, I guess, as a child.
You never spooned Duncan Hines chocolate frosting in your mouth?
Nah, no.
Wow.
I got into cake later on in my life. My palate changed.
You never had a birthday cake as a kid, or
I
you just didn't like it?
like a cookie cake or like an ice cream cake as a child. But like, yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I didn't like cake until later on in my life.
That's good.
Yeah, I think so. Well, anyway, that was a fun fact about me.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, this is the top 9 craziest shit, shocking, crazy things you've seen. Shocking.
Yeah.
As in your 20s.
And this is pretty much in order.
Okay.
Of shocking.
So you mean like, so, okay, we're going to start with number 9.
Yeah.
So number 9 is the least shocking of the most. Okay.
But for me, getting my credit score up from 500.
Mm-hmm.
That was shocking for me because
That's number 9?
Yeah, it's number 9.
Okay.
Because I didn't pay any of my student loan bills after college.
Uh-huh.
Because I didn't realize that I knew you had to, but I didn't know the pay. I just didn't. I ignored it.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, la 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 la, I can't hear you. When we were taught, given the tutorial, this is what happens after you graduate with your loans.
Yeah.
And so I just shoved them in the bottom of the closet in my apartment. And then when I finally started making money, I was like, it took every piece, like energy in my body to muster up the courage to dig into that pile. And I dug into it, and one by one, I paid them all off, and I got my credit score up.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I honestly never thought I'd ever have a credit card above $500.
This is a positive number 9.
Yeah, this is a positive one.
This is good.
Some of these are positive, and some of these are not.
Hey,
some of these are just shocking.
I know. When you think shocking, I was thinking like someone's gonna like jerk off in front of you on an elevator or something.
No, but that was certainly the most tame. But my credit was so bad. I guess 500. Your face didn't look that shocked, so I guess that's not that bad. Maybe I just guilted myself unnecessarily about it.
No, I think I'm just an idiot, and I don't even know what my credit score is, to be honest with you. Like
I didn't either until I knew it was 500.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait, that's good, right? Like 500's a lot. Like
I don't even. What is considered good?
800 is a perfect score.
800 is perfect.
800 is like 650 to 800. I don't know. I know that below 550 is poor. So below that is like you're a terrible person.
So what was it at its worst? What was your credit score?
It was, I don't know. By the time I got the actual number, the first time I ever learned the number was 500, but that had been up from probably 400, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Because when I got a credit card, my first credit card was for $5,000, and my thought was, oh my God, I have $5,000.
Yeah.
I was like, drinks on me, everybody. I bought drinks for, like, truly, I spent it all on my friends. And, like,
then you maxed that out.
Yeah. And I couldn't pay it off.
Yeah. No, I definitely had that issue for a bit. It's crazy with credit scores, though, the thing of, like, checking it messes it up.
Yep. A lot of things about canceling a credit card messes it up. That's fucked up.
Yeah,
it's all bullshit. Anyway, like, now you get older and you're like, oh, this is all, but I felt so guilty about it.
Yeah.
That's why it was shocking for me.
Well, it also just weighs over your head.
Yeah, like you'll never be able to rent. I couldn't rent a car because I couldn't have a credit card above $500 for like 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And you did it. Well, good. This is a nice positive number 9.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That's pretty much the only positive one. Okay.
Coming in at number 8.
And then kidnapped by a club promoter and forced to sing Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like Me on his home karaoke machine before he would let me and my friend Ashley go.
Holy shit.
In Queens, yeah. That was my first ever night out in New York City.
So you were like 21?
I was 20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So you met this guy at the club.
Yeah. He said he was a club promoter. He asked us if we wanted to go sing karaoke. And we were like, yeah. And then we got in his car, which we shouldn't have done. And then we started driving over a bridge. And we arrived at his home. And he said that he wouldn't let us go until we sing one song. And we're like, oh, man.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and our phones died, so we were going to call 911, and we couldn't.
Did he say it in like a fun-loving way, or was he like terrifying? Like...
He was very calm, and that was terrifying.
Okay.
Because we were freaking out.
Yeah.
We were like, "Are you kidnapping us?" And he wasn't saying anything. And we're like, "That should be a no."
Yeah. Did you ever see Adventures in Babysitting, the Elizabeth Shue movie?
Yes.
You know when the guy's like, "Nobody leaves you without singing the blues." You know what I'm talking about?
God, what a throwback! Jesus.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies. But yeah, it's kind of like that, except terrifying. Yeah. Do you remember what you sang?
Yeah, Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like Me?
Oh, yeah, you said that.
Yeah, I sang it crying with my friend.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Wait, so you guys had a duet. So you guys didn't both have to sing a song.
He gave us both microphones. He had a karaoke machine. His living room only had a couch, a pull-down screen, and a karaoke machine, and a disco ball.
Oh, my God.
I remember very vividly because I was like, this is my last night.
Do you remember this guy's name?
No.
Sounds like a veto.
No.
Something like that.
I don't know. I don't think I got his number either because my phone died when we were driving there.
Well,
so
good thing. I mean,
man.
he kidnapped you and then...
Yeah, I would have told on him, though, if I got his number.
Sure. So wait a minute. So you sing the song.
Yeah.
What's he doing? Just standing there?
He's standing behind us.
Behind you?
Right behind us, breathing on our ears. Yes.
Oh, my Lord.
I legit thought I was going to die.
And then, so he's like... So you're performing out here. He's
Crying.
behind you,
Yeah.
breathing.
Mm-hmm.
So you are legitimately terrified.
Yes.
And your friend's scared too.
Yes. We went to the bathroom first. We were like, what are we going to do? We were debating jumping out the window, but we were on the second floor.
Yeah.
Our phones were dead. And we're like, we got to sing the song.
Man, welcome to New York City.
And he let us out of his front door after we sang the song.
Well,
I don't understand. Like, I still to this day. And I wasn't that drunk because I was so scared. You know, it's so kind of scared that sobers you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what you do? You
2.
left, and then you got a taxi?
Went back to my dorm room, yeah.
Okay. Wow. Because you went to NYU?
I went to Marymount.
Oh, you went to Marymount. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Man, I'll tell you. That's okay. Well, yeah, the 9 and the 8 do vary. I wonder what that guy's credit score is. Coming in at number 7.
All right, number 7. An impromptu 3-way with 2 male models after appearing on this never-aired reality TV show pilot called Hot and Handy, where male models make over your apartment.
Now we're getting juicy, baby, huh? I'll tell you. See you later, credit score.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The credit score is probably definitely the lamest one.
So, okay, wait a minute. You had a threesome with 2
male models. Yeah.
Beefcake type guys?
Oh, beef, like perfect looking.
Yeah. Like, are they jacked or are they like?
Yeah, but the perfect amount.
Yeah.
Just baby smooth skin, like no hair. It's just, oh God, really attractive.
How old were you during this?
20. I was graduated college at that point, so 23.
Okay.
24.
And then this was featured on an unaired reality television
show? It was a production company called me because I majored in acting. So after I graduated, I was like, I applied for every job you could possibly, get. And I got a production company call me saying, wanting to see pictures of my apartment. Like, do you need a makeover? Mm-hmm. We're casting for the show Hot and Handy. And I was like, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then, yeah.
Okay, so they were 2 handymen.
They were male models.
That were pretending. They were pretending to be
male models. Yeah, actually, one of them is very handy.
Okay.
And does that now. Yeah.
Yeah, all you need is one.
Yeah.
The other guy.
Yeah. The other guys are just there.
So they come over.
Yeah.
The camera crew's there?
Yeah. Oh, the 3-way was later.
Yeah, no, of course. You get out of here, guys.
Yeah.
So then, you set that up for later on?
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, we were partying later.
Oh,
at a pyramid club, I think.
It's the rap party.
Yeah. No, it was after that. No, we had a rap party at my apartment. That was, I almost made it. And I was like, wow. That was the day I was like, can I get a male model?
Yeah.
I think I can.
Sounds like you could get 2.
I did.
Man. What a magical... I mean, listen.
It's a great night. I called my friend from the bed, I think. Yeah, or I texted her, I remember, who was my roommate at the time.
You know the phrase, there's a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
And I mean, 23 years old, out of college. Let's make
at a loft in Soho, very model-y.
Let's make
like
this male model action happen, yeah. You keep in touch?
With one of them, yeah. He's
nice.
really cool. He just got engaged.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
I was just at his wedding this weekend.
No. Yeah, he's a really nice guy.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes these things get bad connotations. This sounded like just a great time.
Oh, it was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was shocked, though. I just didn't think I could. Yeah. It's really fun. You ever had a 3-way?
No. I feel like I almost had one in college, and then I hooked up with another girl while the other 2 girls were coming over. I was having some sort of small party.
Okay.
And then I was hooking up with a chick,
right.
And then I walked out and those 2 girls were there, and they were like,
did you have plans that night?
I feel like I saw them somewhere and invited them over, and it seemed like they were down for that. I feel like I was being...
Was it ever said?
It was implied in my crazy mind.
By what? Yeah. Saying you want to come to my party?
Yeah, but no, they were giving me that vibe. This was a long time ago. This was I was 19. I don't even think I was in my 20s. So
Stallion.
Yeah, so anyway. Nope, never. I feel like it's too much, for me to handle. I feel like it is.
It's a lot.
I've switched my, I went to Catholic school for 12 years and stuff like that. So I feel like it took me a while to I feel like I used to think it made more sense with 2 women and a man, but now I actually think it makes more sense with 2 men.
Yeah, we're getting more comfortable. And people are less like, who cares? We're just people.
You're doing more with two men too. Like they're both getting involved and stuff. There's that Chappelle joke of like it's the wrong kind of teamwork, but I almost think it's the right kind of teamwork.
It is the right kind.
Because like it's hard enough to pleasure one woman,
right?
Let alone two,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 guys and 1 woman is the way to go.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Coming in at number 6.
Okay. Finding my boyfriend's ex-girlfriend's butthole fleshlight in his office while my apartment was flooding during Hurricane Sandy.
That's right when I moved here. What a fun time down memory lane.
Yeah.
So
Hurricane Sandy, baby.
Yeah. Wow. 2012.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Really? Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because I moved here on November 1st. Of 2012.
Oh.
And
that was the day after the hurricane?
Yeah, it was.
So did you have power?
I lived in Harlem, like uptown, and it was okay.
Fun story. Corinne, my comedy partner, Corinne Fisher, lived in Harlem at the time. And I told her before the storm, everyone's like, you guys, it's going to be the storm of the century. I'm like, come down here to my apartment and hang out with me and my boyfriend. Ugh, we lost power. My apartment flooded with 3 feet of sewage water, and I found his ex-girlfriend's butthole fleshlight in his office.
Was that an awkward conversation?
It was very awkward.
I mean, it's weird. I guess it's like weird for like do you ever keep like pictures of like exes anywhere?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, like in a box. Like I have like a memory box for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I have pictures of him, that guy's now an ex-boyfriend. But yeah, because I like to every once in a while, you know, when I move, I'll go through a box and this is when I dated so and so, and that's it.
Well, that's my point. That's his memory box.
The butthole.
Yeah, that's a man's memory box. Yeah, that's crazy. It is funny that down there got shut down, and then it's like the one time that like the poorer place turned out better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause like I don't like the crazy.
Harlem's on a hill.
Yeah, and the crazy rain that's happened like lately, like the Bronx got like destroyed and stuff like that.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
Yeah, crazy. My apartment. Yeah, Ida, my apartment flooded again.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm moving.
I look fondly on that time because I remember the day I moved. Like they were like, you shouldn't move because who knows if you'll even be able to get there. But like nobody was driving, so like I like drove across the George Washington Bridge, and it was like the easiest commute ever.
So the best day to move.
Kind of.
Right after Hurricane Sandy.
Besides the fact...
Because no one was working either. Like, everyone was just kind of home. It was weird.
Yeah.
Now you think with quarantine, you're like, you can't even imagine. Back then, could you imagine, like, oh, now the city's going to shut down for, like, a year?
I know. It's
like,
so crazy.
Having the city shut down for 10 days was wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The only downside was, like, no gas stations were open. So
right.
it was, like, hard to, like, fill up the truck.
Yeah, I remember we had my ex parked his van downtown with no power. Yeah. So we had to go with flashlights. Mm-hmm. Not flashlights, but flashlights.
And that's when you found the flashlight.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I found
flashlights. Say that 10 times fast. Or 9, because it's top 9. Okay. Well. So wait a minute. All right. I got to unpack this a little bit. So it's flooding. You find it. Do you immediately know what it is?
Yes. Because we had an argument the year prior before we moved in where I said, can you get rid of these? Because he had a lot of them.
And a bunch of assholes?
They lived together, and so she just stored her fleshlights there.
Sure. Okay. So they were
your merch. It's like, we got T-shirts. Mm-hmm. It's like that.
Okay, but that's the thing, too, with that is, like, was it an unopened box?
No, it was. So the one that I found was just a singular fleshlight, not in the box.
Yeah.
But the ones that were stored were in boxes. That's how I knew what they were.
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know. It's the thing of like, if he used it or not. I guess that's the real thing.
It was pretty easy to get.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Anyway, well, great list so far.
Yeah.
What a magical 20s it's been so far.
Oh my God. Yeah. This is not necessarily in chronological order, but my God.
Yeah. Coming in at number 5.
I think so.
We're cruising.
I snuck into. This is when I first moved.
Wait, is this number 5 or number 6? I'm sorry.
So wait, 1,
my fault.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5. This is 5.
Okay, coming in at number 5.
5. I snuck into a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame after party because I heard Justin Timberlake was hosting. This was when I was 20. I lived in the dorm rooms right by the Waldorf Astoria, and I snuck in with a friend, and then I met Tom Hanks. I met like everyone. I met like Tom, and this was like I almost shit my pants.
Tom Hanks?
Tom Hanks. Just like every major celebrity you could possibly think of was there. And I'm like, holy shit. I was just so baffled by it all. Mm-hmm. And then I ended up making out with Will Forte in my dorm room later that night.
Oh, tight. Damn, you brought him back to the dorm?
Yeah, and we're still friends.
That's what's up. He's the last man on earth.
He is, yeah,
oh my Lord.
And I remember, I moved to the city to intern at SNL, so I was like, I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah.
He's on SNL. I never told him that, but I was like,
sure.
So nervous.
Well, I mean, that's how he's pulling chicks probably, too.
Probably. He's very handsome and sweet.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm saying, but that helps, too.
It all helps,
Good-looking guy, you like SNL.
He's got a lot going for him.
Were you an intern on SNL?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I ended up doing it last semester of college.
Was he on at the time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm. And that wasn't awkward at all?
No.
I
was pretty cool.
You're friends, yeah.
Well, I was very.
You're a cool chick, man. You're still friends with the models.
Yeah, that's true. But I was very much like, I'm not in love with you. It's okay.
Yeah.
So it was one of those. But
sure. Did you run into JT?
No, I didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I didn't care.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll tell you though, he was pretty big back then. Huh?
Oh my God, yeah, I was so in love with him.
This is before Sexy Back.
Yeah.
Or is it
at that time?
Yeah. I think we're the same age.
Yeah. I'm 33. How old are you?
No, I'm 3 years older than you.
Okay.
But I'm a man, so it's the same age.
Yeah. Exactly.
Coming in at number 4.
Corinne and I got a straight to series talk show deal with Lifetime, one of the highest deals that they've ever offered anybody in the network history, and then they took it back after our first creative meeting. They were like, never mind.
That's so lame.
I know. I was so excited. I at that point, I was very hopeful of whenever we would get a TV pitch, I'd be like, we're gonna have an Emmy in a day.
Sure.
And it's so hard to get a TV show on the fucking air. It is one of the hardest things to do. It's such an uphill battle in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But I did not at all understand that. And then we got this deal, and I'm like, shut the fuck up! It's winning the lotto. It was crazy. I mean, we earned it, but there was also a lot of luck. And then it got taken away from us.
After the first, yeah, man.
And it was, I was so upset. But now that I understand the law of the land, I'm like, it makes sense. Yeah.
I want to hear how this meeting went, but it's crazy. Show business is so crazy because it's so hard to even get something, and then you could get it, and then it could either be taken away from you, or then it goes on TV, and then people have to like it.
Yeah, then it has to survive network notes. Yeah. And then the audience has to like it. And you're like, yeah, oh my God, to earn respect from a television show, creative respect from your peers, that's a big win. Absolutely. And then there's the thing of even if people, or the marketing has to be there, because people might not even know about it. Yeah. And then it's just it's a fucking, it's a journey. Show business, folks. Let me tell you something. Yeah. I'm glad I was naive going into it, though. So how old are you at this point? 26, 27. Okay. Yeah. So, So why do you think the meeting went that badly to where they took it away from you? We were too edgy. I'm blaming Corinne on this. No. No. I think she's smoking cigarettes. No, that was me. Okay. No, it was just not at all wholesome. And it was just two whores doing a comedy show. I mean, it just leaning in hard. But they knew what they were getting, you right? You would think. Yeah. You would think. But sometimes when you do something that gets hot, everyone pounces on it, and if anything, it's well, no one else can do it. We're working with them now. You know what I mean? That when a network wants an exclusive offer, but a lower version of that, or deal with you. And a lot of times people get I have a deal with ABC, but they didn't do anything with me for 5 years. They just kind of reserved you. The holding deal. Yes, it wasn't a holding deal, but because it wasn't our agent called us and they were shocked. They were like, yeah, they just putting the terms together in email, and I'm like, what the fuck? So it was weird. Yeah, and we pitched them ideas that were made them blush. Yeah. So before you found out that they cut you, how did you think the meeting went? Well, I was so used to being ourselves at that point, and saying whatever the fuck we thought. And I think one of the things that's cool about being a comedian is you can be in a professional work meeting with suits and say whatever the fuck you want because you're you, and they want you to be you. And so I was so used to everyone going, yeah, you're yourselves. Yeah. That we leaned into it really hard. Yeah. And they didn't like it. Well, it's Lifetime's loss. Yeah, it is. Coming in at number 3. Taking a 23andMe test, finding out I was a sperm donor, baby.
Yeah, that's a crazy one.
Mm-hmm.
You got a really great bit about that.
Yeah. I'm Jewish, and I'm a sperm donor baby.
So you were. Wait a minute. So you didn't know you were Jewish until this.
Correct. And I told my parents I'm like, oh my God, Mom, you're Jewish. This was before the half siblings started messaging me. And she was like, oh, cool. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm like, this is irritating me beyond belief.
You Ashkenazi? Do you remember? Okay. Is that in your joke that you say Ashkenazi?
Yes.
Yeah. And then, okay, so you find out you're Jewish.
Yeah, and I was like telling my brother and my mom, because my mom was the adopted one. So I was like, you're Jewish then, because we knew my dad was not. And then, and it seemed like they weren't telling me something. And then just had a woman email me saying she was my half-sister. And I'm like, wait, nah. And then I asked my mom, and she's like, oh, God. I thought it was a joke. I was like, it had to have been like maybe my uncle my dad's brother donated sperm, and it's somehow connected to me or something. And so I thought it was a joke. So I actually have a video of me calling my mom asking her if my dad is my biological dad. And, before I genuinely thought it was a joke. And so I thought it was, I don't know, I was like, I'm gonna make an internet video out of it. And then it was true. So I was like, cut.
Then you got a great bit out of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing about being a comedian. At least that.
Oh yeah. And that's just shocking. It's not good or bad. It's just like, wow, you are not related to the person you thought you were.
I mean,
they're still my dad, but like.
He raised you.
Genetically, it's just weird. I really thought I looked like him. Like, I thought, like, I just convinced myself, I guess.
Well, if you're with, like, couples that are with each other for long periods of time, they kind of start to look alike. I mean, you're around them your whole life, so you look like them probably for that reason, too.
Well, my brother, my whole life, I have an older brother who's 8 years older than me.
Yeah.
He always told me I was the mailman's baby because I didn't look like anybody in my family. And so I guess I was just making it up in my head.
Yeah. So your brother...
He's full on both my parents.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you ever contact this man?
He's passed away.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
When did he die?
I think 2014.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
before
you found out.
Yeah. But I met his daughter.
Nice lady?
Very sweet. And is a comedy fan and at least, like, follows on Instagram half of our colleagues. Like, I'm like, whoa, that's so wild. And lives in New York.
So you got like lunch with her?
No, I met her at RuPaul's Drag Con.
Oh, cool.
We follow each other on Instagram, and she was like, oh, I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
I guess I'll see you. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And so I was really interested to see if this person that was genetically related looked like me. But I didn't. And again, I think I was doing the same thing with my dad. I'm like, we have the same arms. Like, no, we don't.
Yeah.
We don't really look alike at all.
You've seen pictures of the real father?
Don't look like him at all.
Interesting.
Yeah. He has a big jufra, like a big curly hair. But so that I have.
Yeah.
But my mom also has curly hair, so.
So, listen, we can fix this in post if this is too personal of a question. But how is your relationship with your father who raised you?
Good. I'm not talking to either of my parents at the moment because.
Man, I'd like to do that. That sounds that sounds nice.
What? Not talk to either of your parents?
Yeah. Holy shit! Really?
It's pretty relaxing.
You can do that?
Yeah,
oh, man.
I know. I
Please.
didn't think you could.
Just listen to. I mean, my mom listens to the podcast. Just listen to the podcast. Stop texting me all the time. Holy shit, man.
Yeah. So, but I wasn't, if anything, I didn't care. Like, I got why they didn't tell me.
Okay.
I guess some of my friends were like, I would be so pissed. You should be pissed. I'm like, nah, not really. No, I'm not mad. I get it.
It's tough. I mean,
it's
I get it.
It's weird. It's shocking.
Well, listen, they wanted you, know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, that's, I think, the ultimate thing of why it's good,
Yeah.
They went out of their way to create you.
Yeah, I was really wanted. Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of people are not. So I think that's what you could take solace in.
For sure.
So you're not talking to them for unrelated reasons.
Totally unrelated to that.
Fair enough.
That's just another thing.
You're on thin ice, Mom and Dad. All right? Let me tell you something. I already got the fucking check for the wedding. Hey, thanks. Anyway,
this is your thank you.
So that was number 3?
Yeah.
What the hell could be number 2 and number 1?
Okay, number 2.
Coming in at number 2.
My ex-boyfriend, whose ex-girlfriend's butthole fleshlight I found in our apartment,
sure.
Suing me and my comedy partner for $110,000.
Wow. Yeah, I guess that's crazier. Wow, that's so when did that happen? Assuming after you
Like,
broke up.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
About like 6 months after we broke up, Corinne called me. She never called. I don't call people. She never calls me ever.
Uh-huh.
We don't call each other. Like we'll call each other when it's an emergency.
Mhm.
And she says, I've never gotten a phone call that was the first thing somebody says is, "Are you sitting down?" I'm like, "Oh, is it good or is it bad? You gotta tell me." She's like, "Well, it's not good." I'm
Just
like,
always assume someone's dead when that happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, but it was Corinne, so I'm like, what would she, I was thinking, oh, do we get a TV show or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Yeah, because Are You Sitting Down could be really good news or really bad news.
Yeah. But it was bad. It was, we received a letter from his lawyer.
Wow.
Wanting to be compensated for things that either we already had paid him for and he invoiced us and we have like record, or when we weren't, our Guys We Fcked wasn't making any money, and we got kicked off a Stand Up New York network. And so he stepped in and helped and edited it. And we were like, what the fuck we're doing? And so he wanted back pay for all the things. And then some of the things he did for us, because he's my boyfriend. And then he wanted money for that now.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
So had you not spoken to him for a pretty decent amount of time before this happened?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think he was just like butthurt over like something that was said or something like that, or that you're having a good time being single again? There's got to be some element of that too, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. He started a sex podcast after we broke up.
What was that called? We don't have to say what it's called.
No, I'm not plugging that. You can look it up
no.
later if anybody knows his name. But yeah.
Interesting. Did it go to trial?
No, because
Went to the
number
Supreme
one,
Court?
You want to know what my number one most shocking moment is?
Wait, no, let's not. We were
okay, because it's related to this.
Oh, okay. So I guess
it's the next step in the story.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then go ahead.
Because for me, this shocked me more.
Okay, coming in at number one, most shocking thing, Krystyna Hutchinson.
We lawyered up. We lawyered up with fancy LA lawyers. Offered him $30,000.
Okay.
And he didn't take it.
Wow, playing hardball, huh? That is more shocking.
But you can't. The thing is, that was the last step that it could go. You know what I mean? Like he couldn't come back and go, now give me $1 million or whatever.
Counter offer. Or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That he just said, I will not take this free $30,000 from you. Wow. After we lawyered up, like spent $20K on lawyers.
Man, that's a tough breakup. That's 6 months
That's
after
why I'm
the
still
fact.
single. I need a break after that one.
Yeah, holy shit.
You sit by yourself for 2 years after that happens.
Yeah. Was that 2 years ago or a little longer?
About a little less, ish 2 years. I don't know. I feel like time doesn't.
Time is odd these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a real construct. So okay, so you guys say, hey, $30,000 offer. He says no.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
Nothing.
It goes to some sort of litigation?
No, that was the end of the line. That was the end of the line. The way that I don't know what the legal terms are, but the way that it was working with what his lawyer was requesting and then what our lawyer, they just talked to each other. We spent so much money on lawyers, and then he just didn't take free money. And his lawyer was pissed at him, we heard. His lawyer was like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. So he was like, no, I will not take this $30,000, and now it's over?
Good day, yes. Yeah.
Man, I think you dodged a bullet on this guy.
We did.
Because it's just like, what the hell is he?
Oh, no.
I don't know. Love makes you do crazy things.
It does. And we're not our best after we especially getting dumped. No. We're not our best. But
men handle it worse, too, I think.
Yeah. Women are a little psycho about it. Guys have, I don't know. He's a certain kind of guy that it's not the most.
Because you broke up with him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think if a guy breaks up with a girl, it's easier to handle. But, yeah, I think that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've not acted well on my best behavior after getting dumped. So I get it to an extent.
You never sued anybody.
No.
Yeah.
Never sued anybody. Never even thought of it.
I know.
I'm like, why didn't you? I forget that's an option always.
Yeah, it's your right as an American. Never forget.
Yeah.
Just like 9/11. Wow. Well, I mean, you've been through the fire, you know. But
I made it out.
You made it out on the other side.
Yeah.
Better credit score.
So much better.
Lawyered up. I think
Got a lawyer.
That term's funny, isn't it? Lawyered up.
Yeah.
I think it's from The Social Network. My one real job, when I was in my 20s, before I moved here, I was real estate. I was in real estate. I was like a property manager.
Oh, okay.
For Temple students.
Oh.
And Section 8 tenants, actually. It feels like, it's so funny, like, the older you get, and, like, with that, I was in my 20s, it feels like a different life.
What did you do as property manager?
So, like, there was one summer where they built 17 buildings in one summer.
That's nice.
But they didn't do it on time.
Oh.
So, like, the kids are supposed to move in on August 1st.
They weren't ready.
And some of the buildings were, and some of them were not. I think, like, the latest building didn't get done until, like, October.
So where were the kids?
So we put the kids
in Section 8 housing?
No. Well, the Section 8 housing was the same thing. They were all just apartments in North Philadelphia.
Right. Yeah, because I know what you're talking about on the campus. Yeah.
We put them in, like, hotels for, like, 2 months.
Ooh, sweet life.
Yeah.
Nice hotels?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty good.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, and then I just remember one of the, like, parents of, like, the kids was like, you better lawyer up. And I think they just saw The Social Network. Because
my daddy's gonna sue you.
No, it was the parent who said it. The parent I always hated it when parents always dealt with it. It's like, you're kind of an adult now.
Yeah.
But it was like around the time Social Network came out.
Oh.
And Andrew Garfield says to Zuckerberg at the end, what's his name, whatever. He's like, you better lawyer up. And I was like, you're just quoting Social Network, lady.
That's an immature adult thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. The other thing I thought of on the train ride here is I remember I was trying to hook up with a girl, and I think her friend was in the back seat when I was in my early 20s, and the girl shit herself in my back seat. That was shocking.
That's pretty shocking. On purpose? At a protest? It was a protest shit?
That'd be funny if it was. Man, yeah. She really didn't want her friend to hook up with me.
Why were you hooking up while she was in the car?
No, I was trying to hook with her friend. I was like driving them
for
somewhere.
Later? Oh.
Yeah. I was driving her friend, and then her other friend was in the back seat, and I think she was just drunk and she shit herself.
Wow, that's
how
really
I remember
drunk.
It. Yeah.
Did the poop get on your car?
No. But
did she check if the poop got on your car? Did you have to check if the poop got on your car?
I checked later.
Yeah, with a flashlight?
I vaguely remember that she kind of like
Did
threw
you smell
up
it?
too.
Ew, the poor girl. She kind of coming from both holes.
That was a tough night for that broad, huh? It was like that egg smell shit. Yeah, man, it was brutal. I'm sorry. Hey, shocking moments of your 20s, man. Yeah. But yeah, I know. Do you feel like you're
throw up.
I'm sorry. We'll fix it in post. Do you feel like you're different?
Oh my God, I feel like yes. Every year of my 20s, I was different.
Yeah, I almost feel
so
like
different.
Yeah, like I feel like I was so stupid.
I was naive. I wasn't stupid. I was just everything's great and everyone's nice and no one's mean.
Yeah.
Like really naive.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think there's something to that of being like positive and stuff. But
it was enjoyable than knowing the truth.
But like, my brother and sister are like considerably older than me. My sister's 7 years older. My brother's 11 years older. And they had kids when they were like.
Were you an oopsies?
I'm the product of a second marriage.
Oh.
So like, they're my half brother and sister.
Okay.
But like, so they had kids when they were like pretty young. So like my nephews now,
like your age.
They both one of them just turned 22 and the other one just turned 23. So it's just funny seeing them now in their early 20s. And like
they're battling a lot more though with social media. Ugh.
Dude, they're both like
that sucks.
You'd have a threesome with these two if you were in your 20s. Let me tell you
really?
something. They're fucking
gorgeous.
They're hot pieces of ass.
Sexually attracted to your nephews?
I'll show you. I mean, I just know
They're just really you recognize a good looking man.
Well, the one's a boxer.
Wow.
And he's just like cut up.
Ooh.
And the other one's just like a dreamboat, and he's in good shape too.
Sign me up. Sign me up now.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Fuck you.
You're still young. I apologize. I'm sorry. I can't.
Oh, Mrs. Robinson? No, I'm 33.
Hey, yeah, you got your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I'm sorry,
Scottie
Pippen.
Hey. I've actually never even made out with a guy my age. It's always older. But then when you get older, you're like, oh no, I don't want that anymore.
Yeah, because then they get a little too old. You know what I mean?
You're like, ugh. I've aged out of a scandalous age difference. So
would you date? So you would date a 20-something at this point?
I don't know.
I mean, I think everybody's different too.
I don't want to close any doors based off of blanket, like age or whatever. It's not.
Yeah.
Everybody, it's individual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because some people are more mature at different ages.
I can't imagine bonding with a 22-year-old, but it could happen.
It's such a big spectrum too. Like 22 is so different than like 29, 28. That type of thing. So yeah. Well, this was a magical list.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Thanks. It was fun to think of.
Yeah. There was one that like really struck me that we kind of breezed past, and I feel like it was like 6 or like
6?
the one before the
Three-way, butthole fleshlight, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
the
lifetime deal, sperm donor baby,
Yeah.
ex-boyfriend suing me, and then him not accepting the money.
Yeah, that's impressive though that he left that much of an indelible mark on you, that he beats the fact that your dad wasn't your dad. You know?
Yeah. Because then I'm like,
Yeah.
it's shocking.
Sure.
But this one, it floats, has a little more real estate in my head, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I
'Cause
wish.
it really just, you didn't think, I'm like, damn, I didn't think he was that kind of guy.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think it would have been funny if you like went to trial and you brought the ass fleshlight.
Oh, that would be awesome. I would too. Oh, I would lean in.
You got to play hardball at that
Shit.
point.
I almost wish it went to trial.
Yeah.
It would have been.
That would have been good.
I would have been really mad.
You could have live streamed it.
I would have periscoped it at the time.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks.
Krystyna, where can the people find you?
Oh, wow. Well, Krystyna Hutch, Krystyna, Hutch, Hutch is my social media. So everything you need to know, you can get from there.
Absolutely. Cool. TomCassidy.com. I forgot to mention last week that I have a new weekly comedy show at Brooklyn Comedy Club. Krystyna did it last week.
Oh, yeah.
Super fun.
What's it called?
New York Adelphia.
There we go.
The dumbest comedy name ever. But I've always wanted.
I like it.
It's goofy and silly, but I've had that. I just like, at this point, now that I'm 36, I'm trying to just do the goofy ideas that I didn't do earlier.
Yeah. Because then you're never going to regret going for it.
Yeah. So it features New York and Philadelphia comedians. It's every Wednesday at 8 at Brooklyn Comedy Club. So check that out. Follow Top 9 Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe to that. iTunes, Spotify. You know the deal. At Top 9 Pod on Instagram and Twitter. This has been another episode. Thank you guys for listening or watching, and we'll see you next week.